Are you ready to start using the best class for the Modern Warfare 3 Sidewinder battle rifle? Of fucking course you are. You want to have the best gun to do the best in every game? Well, I got the class that's gonna get you a nuke, and then another nuke, and both your nukes are gonna fuck, and they're gonna make another nuke. You're gonna drop so many nukes, Japan's gonna get jealous. This is gonna suck. Alright, let me be real with you guys. This is not that type of video. This is actually the worst, or what I found to be the worst. Maybe there's another configuration for the Sidewinder to make it badder than it currently is. But I made a real bad class, and I'm going to put the class up on the screen here so you guys can see it. I don't know who in their right mind would want to copy this and give it a shot. Maybe someone wants to do a challenge. But this gun is doo-doo, okay? This is an objective fact. This is not subjective. None of that. This gun, the consensus, you see, I didn't say minority, majority, the consensus by the community, this gun has no place. It does nothing. It does nothing right in this game. And TheXclusiveAces had put out a video, and he also agreed that it isn't very good.
My thoughts on this gun, it's horrible. It's one of the worst guns in the entire game. I'm sure many of you guys already know that if you've tried using the Sidewinder.
Yes, I did find out. It was pretty terrible. Thanks, TheXclusiveAces. But he goes on to say earlier in the video that you can actually get a pretty good time to kill if you can manage to land multiple and consistent headshots. And that's the thing about the Sidewinder. It's a battle rifle. And it's a battle to use this gun to do well. It's a battle to get consistency because of the inherent flaws of the Sidewinder. The recoil, way too high. The center speed, he goes on to say, is, you know, it doesn't return back to the center of the crosshair as fast as other weapons where you can predict, control, and adapt shooting somebody and controlling that recoil. It just doesn't matter. And it doesn't excel in long range or medium range or short range. It just does not excel. It does nothing. It does nothing right. And it begs the question, when the developers were designing this gun, what was the purpose of this gun with all the weapons that were available? And the answer most of you would probably come to would be that this is supposed to be the powerhouse weapon. It has a lot of recoil, so you need to learn how to control that recoil so you can get those kills. That's the trade-off. If you can learn how to tame it, then you got a powerful weapon. But you cannot tame it because the flaws of this gun are just built into it. No amount of game mechanics, skill mechanics are going to overcome that problem. So the gun just sucks, and nothing you can do, well, to some extent, is going to make it much better. And anyone that's doing the camo grind for Interstellar would probably tell you, just get this gun. You don't even have to use this gun. But you know, or maybe you don't know, I don't know if I'd like to say I'm a masochist. Some people would say, Dan, you know, you're the type of guy that, you know, a woman would come into your room, push you down, take her high heels, swivel on your chest, look right in your eyes and say, open your mouth. And then you open your mouth and she would be like, spit right in your mouth, look you dead in your eyes still and say, oink for me like a pig. And you would go, oink, oink. Maybe. I don't know. That's just a random description, not a fantasy that I have by any means. Just throwing it out there. Maybe I'm a masochist. Maybe I just like pain. Maybe I want to have the Elden Ring, Millennia, waterfowl dance every fucking minute that I'm using this gun. I'm just infuriated, is what you might think. But I, again, actually did have fun playing these 15 matches and just getting wrecked. I got wrecked, got destroyed. I got my cheeks clapped. So every time you're using this gun, somewhere in the back of your head, you just hear this, because your cheeks, they just get clapped. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how you build this gun. You're probably gonna take that L against anyone that you face. And I'm gonna be building a new class, and it's not gonna be the best class because everyone has different strengths and weaknesses when it comes to controlling a gun. But I'm gonna find what I would think to be a decent gun class to help the consistency of the Sidewinder for people that are not gonna skip this gun. They do want to use it, and to say, hey, I did this before it get a buff, because I do see that in the future this is gonna get a buff. There's just no way. Well, they could leave it as is and not care, but I just don't think that's gonna be the case. I do anticipate a buff in the future. Now, whether they buff the Sidewinder correctly, and the only buff I would probably make on this would be 2. I would just increase the bullet velocity and reduce the center speed. I forget what it's called. There's a specific stat where it goes right back to the center. Like, it cannot take as long as it is right now because you can't plan your gunfights around it. So check out the class if you want to see how frustrating it can be. If you're a sick fuck like me, you're definitely going to want to check out this class. And maybe you want to do a challenge run. You know, maybe you're some fucking great Twitch kick streamer and you're like, you know what, I'm going to do this. Let me see if I can actually pull off a good game. And more power to you. There are tons of great players out there, and I'm sure their skills can maybe get a good game. But I would definitely never use this gun. Nah, just don't. If you see the Sidewinder, just imagine that it doesn't exist in that category and don't use it. But we gotta be careful because this is a gun that could easily be overtuned because of its power. So I am very interested in what you guys think. What do you think they need to do with this gun? How can they make this gun better, but also be balanced within the battle rifle class and within the overall weapons of Modern Warfare 3? So as always, appreciate you guys watching this bullshit. If you liked it, you know, then you liked it. If you didn't, you didn't. Bye.